Good day, gamers. Today, we're going to go over how to change enemies, add enemies, and all kinds of fun stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and just change, let's go full screen. All right, and then we are going to make some adjustments. I'd like to sort of set it so we're doing the top-down view. So we start off, we've got our player. Starting off over that corner, we've got an enemy here. So if you'd want to add additional enemies, it's pretty easy. You would just go ahead and add some enemy prefabs. We've got the hoverbot and the turret, and we could just click and drag them. We're going to start off though, first of all, let's check out how to edit an additional enemy prefab type, as well as how to create a sort of a different type of enemy to sort of play around. But anyways, let's first of all look at the prefab. And so we've got, this is the enemy hoverbot, which is that first enemy we encounter here. And what we're going to be looking at is going to be, let's just go into its prefab. So we'll double click on it. And we're going to be looking at its eye lasers. Yes, eye lasers. And there's some things here that we can see, like, okay, so the clip size, that could be something you'd want to play with. There is also then, too, it's like delay between shots. The smaller the number, the quicker the shots will be. How many bullets are coming out, and the clip size, as well as sort of like how long should it take them to sort of to reload. But anyways, if we look at some of our stuff with our the hoverbot projectile. So if we double click on this, this is going to be here as far as our underneath our shoot parameters. This is where things get real spicy. So if we look at each of these projectile types, have different speeds, have different damage, and also different like AoE effects, area of effects. So what we could do is, we could make an adjustment, and this would then adjust everything in terms of like any enemy that's using this type of projectile, would then have that applied. What we can do though is, well, let's do that now. Let's go back to our enemy projectile type. So if we go ahead here, there's our hoverbot. If we wanted to, let's take it from the top. We're going to go ahead, I'm going to duplicate him, so that's going to be a Command D. All right, I'm going to call this, we'll call him hoverbot, and I'm just going to call him bad boy. We'll call him not bad dude. Okay, bad dude. I'm going to do a couple things with him. I'm going to change his maybe body material, and then I'm going to change it so that he has a different projectile type. So we go ahead to our custom, let's make sure we've got bad dude as our type here. One thing we can do here, this is the top view, if we want to go ahead here and do a side view. And then if we turn off our gizmos, we can get a better sense as far as what is, so this is what he looks like. So we go ahead here to our custom materials, and we can just say here, I'm going to make bad dude. It's going to have a neon glow because he is a bad dude. Let's see here. Body. There we go. All right, so there's bad dude. He is indeed a bad boy. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. All right, so we go ahead and we can do, let's start working with his projectile type, as well as sort of how he detects us. So if we go ahead to our detection, which I'm going to pause a second. All right, so sorry about that. I forgot if the detection module was in the script or if it's part of the prefab, which it is part of the prefab, and there's that detection module. So we go ahead here. I'm going to set it that my bad dude just has he has bad eyesight. So we're going to change this detection range to 5, attack range to 3, and yeah. So he's only going to see you if you're up close, and then he is going to just have a big big projectile, which is going to be, I think, slow, but like very high damage. So anyways, we look here at the eye lasers, and we go ahead here to our, let's set it up so we've got our delay between shots. Let's set this like to 2. And yeah, that I feel good about that. He's just going to fire very slowly. Okay, so now let's go back to our projectile thing here. Now what we're going to do, let's save that. What we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this guy here. All right, and that's a Command D again. Okay, and we're going to call this just, let's call this just the big laser. All right, so big laser. Let's go ahead and set the speed to, I don't know, 20. Okay, but the damage to 100. And then let's set this. Is this going to affect the color here? Sort of greenish there. Debug radius color. That's not exactly what we want. Let's just see if we'll just maybe change the materials. Will that work? Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right, so we just changed the material then associated with it. Okay, so big laser, good. Now let's go back to our prefab for our the enemy that we're creating, the custom enemy. It's SFX. There we go. There's Bad Dude. Now we're going to change Bad Dude's projectile to the projectile we just made. So let's go ahead. We got to go into the Bad Dude prefab. Of course, save the prefab we just worked with. Go to his eye lasers, and then we go ahead and change the projectile to the big lasers, which I'm just going to lock it and just drag it then. So let's go ahead to the projectiles folder, and there's the big laser. Let's go ahead and just drag that there. Cool. All right, so then let's add him to the, is there, what else do we want to do with this robot here? I'm going to zoom in. What else do we want to change? I don't know. Can I do a custom material with adding him? Let's just play around here a second. And then we'll just add it real quick. There's no right answer to this. This is just sort of, just having some, ooh, we could add a trail. Okay, but why is, oh, because I changed it. No, you're just not going to let me change those materials. Okay, that's fine. I think because it's do that. Well, anyways, doesn't matter. We'll add him now to the high, let's save it. And then let's go ahead and go to our prefabs. And there's Bad Dude. Let's add Bad Dude to like right where the player spawns, and let's see what this looks like then. Let's see how bad Bad Dude is. Let's see how slow. I'm curious to see like how slow the projectile is. All right. There's Bad Dude. Oh, wow. That is still way too fast. Okay, so obviously this is something where you can play around. Like, wow, his we immediately died. Okay, well, that's something to play around with in terms of just like, wow, we got destroyed immediately. So that's one thing is like with that projectile, the big laser. Look, where's the speed? Let's set that to 1. I don't know. I just want. What about like 0.5? Because that was just embarrassing. Let's see. Let's try that again. All right, let's see what we got here. still just kills you. All right. Well, I think we gotta adjust the damage, as well as that speed does not seem to be doing what I thought. I just wanted like to kind of crawl across the screen, almost sort of like um, just a super slow projectile, but something to play with. Anyways, enjoy yourself. Make an enemy variant, give them some cool projectiles, and I wish you the best of luck. Great stuff.